Up next, some to the Scott, wait for the wise. Scott the Wise is up next. You're on Glitch.
Ever notice how stiff clothes can feel rough on your skin? It's because they rub against you, creating friction. And your clothes rub against you all day. For softer clothes that are gentle on your skin, try Downy Free and Gentle. Just pour into the rinse dispenser, and Downy will soften your clothes without dyes or perfumes. The towel washed with Downy is softer, fluffier, and gentler on your skin. Try Downy Free and Gentle, recognized by the National Psoriasis Foundation and National Eczema Association.
I'm gonna keep on loving you, 'cause it's the only thing I wanna do.
Turns out everyone does sound better in the shower.
And it turns out the General is a quality insurance company that's been saving people money for nearly 60 years. 'Cause it's the only thing I will do. I never stop.
Can't unhear that.
For a great low rate and nearly 60 years of quality coverage, make the right call and go with the General.
Shop Macy's Cyber Monday specials now while supplies last. Like up to 65% off coats and sweaters for all, up to 60% off boots and shoes, and get 70% off festive home updates. Plus shop daily flash deals all week long at Macy's.
It's a non-stop flight of adventure with the Super Mario Bowser's Airship playset. Oh no! Mario, look out for the cannons! Watch out for the spinning propellers! It's time to ground Bowser. Pack up your collection and carry the adventure wherever you go. Super Mario Bowser's Airship comes with one Mario figure. Other figures sold separately from Jakks Pacific.
Flip, flex, flip, go. It's new Nerf Flip Shots. Introducing the Flip 32, rocking 32 flipping barrels. And the power to blast 1 or 2 darts at a time. The new Nerf Flip 32. It's sold separately. Eyewear not included. It's Nerf or nothing.
When you pay with Credit Karma Money, you could win instant karma, which makes your purchase free.
Got it for free with Instant Karma.
And free feels good forever.
Got it for free with Instant Karma! Got it for free with Instant Karma!
Instant what?
Got it for free with Instant Karma.
That's what I heard.
That's the feeling of instant karma, only from Credit Karma Money.
At Fingerhut, we don't define you by your credit score, so we offer low monthly payments on things you need and brands you trust as you build your credit history with a Fingerhut credit account. You do you at fingerhut.com.
Fingerhut credit accounts are issued by WebBank under FDIC.
Just to the max when we raise the clothes racks for a look that's fit to slay. Hit that heat when it comes to fashion. We give it extra action, more to the max.
Barbie Extra Vanity and Doll sets each sold separately, now at Walmart. Walmart's Deals for Days isn't over yet. This Cyber Monday is your last chance to score big online starting Sunday night. Don't miss out on Walmart's Deals for Days.
Want your clothes to smell freshly washed all day without heavy perfumes? Try new Downy Light in Wash Scent Beads. It has long-lasting light scent, no heavy perfumes, and no dyes. Finally, a light scent that lasts all day. New Downy Light.
I wish we had a sled as fast as Cricket 5G. Oh. Selfie. It's everything you wished for, including the price.
Hey y'all, Scott here. What do you do when you want to play games but you're on a budget? Find a new hobby.
One of my favorite pastimes as a kid was to go to the dollar store. I live in Ohio. Your hobby's either that or getting shot. Listen, it was all about walking in there with $5 and leaving it with a weekend. I'll buy silly string there. That was so fucking funny. I spent the only dollar I had on a whoopee cushion and wanted to let the world know, so I stomped on it and wasted $1. And then there was the ice cream section and all the office supplies, the snacks. I would buy banquet meals there, and we know that because I'll be dead in 3 years. I think I really liked it because for a kid on a $20 a week allowance without having to save up, the dollar store was where I could splurge. But what made made the dollar store magical was seeing products there that you didn't always associate with being cheap. Movies, either on DVD or VHS, yeah, when those were there, that was pretty cool. Hell, even now, like, looking through the movies on display, these are some pretty big-name modern flicks. Many times these stores would just have really old, mediocre, and forgotten DVDs, but now when I see a modern movie for sale at Dollar General, you get why you hear this. Movies would usually cost $5 a pop, maybe 10 if they were feeling racy. I mean, in my neck of the woods, we have Dollar General, Family Dollar, and Dollar Tree. Only one of these sticks to the everything's a dollar or less ideology. Son of a bitch! Even my beloved Five Below, as deserted as it is, they've always stuck to the mentality of everything at their store is $5 or below. But then they increased it to 10. Where are the protesters? Doesn't even matter because they're selling stuff for 20 now. It is nothing sacred anymore. But hey, these stores focus on selling goods for cheap, which makes finding normally more premium products there exciting. Video games have always been a more expensive form of entertainment, and with DVD and CD players being more widespread than specific game consoles, it's obvious why dollar stores would focus more on those than this. You can't just have PlayStation games in stock. You need Xbox, Nintendo, PC. It gets to a point where you just say, just sell that. However, that doesn't mean video games are never at these places. You just have to hunt for them. So let's go on a journey and see what kind of games we can get at stores that just flat out barely sell video games. First up, Dollar General. You may know them as one of the most popular low-end variety stores in the country. I know them as a place where they display condoms in a Ninja Turtles underwear box. I remember a specific game I bought at Dollar General when I was a kid. Nicktoons Winners Cup Racing for the PC. Scott, you're so fucking cool. Tell us more. See, I think if they feel comfortable selling anything in dollar stores, it's PC games and software. Everybody owns my worst fucking nightmare. It was like $10. It was a video game, and I love Nickelodeon. Everything was adding up to this being Scott's best investment yet. It never worked. Of course, this was Scott's 2007 Windows Vista PC, which put him right on the track to why you don't give a shit about him, but this game never worked. It wouldn't boot past the installation screen. I guess it was a sequel to Nicktoons Racing, or a dequel? Like, Jesus Christ, no wonder this was at Dollar General. How is this a game from 2006? Well, I guess I wasn't missing out on much with this title, but seeing a video game at a store like this though, I think the rush alone was more than worth the asking price. That's why people love Adderall! But nowadays, I can find actual video games at Dollar General. Like FIFA 16, Angry Birds Star Wars, Mighty Number 9. Don't lie, you'd also say, oh boy, video games! Now why these games specifically? Why are they at the dollar store and are basically the only games at the dollar store? Well, I've been to enough fucking pigsties to understand. See, I think dollar stores generally buy off the unsold stock of bigger stores. Whatever Walmart doesn't eat, Five Below will clean its plate. I mean, look at all this and tell me this isn't just a clearance bin. So whatever, Dollar General will buy pallets worth of games that nobody could sell, so they probably got them for an insanely low price, and bam, video games at Dollar General. Well, let's see if I can get my $10 out of FIFA 16. You guys couldn't have spent the big bucks and nabbed FIFA 17? Well, it is an Xbox One game I bought at the dollar store. $9 more than it's worth. I'm not even sure if this is brand new. Dollar General does this thing where like, what the hell, why is it printed on the cover? What about Angry Birds Star Wars on the 3DS? Interesting system choice, but the game makes sense. This title is an amalgamation of two things mom knows your kid kinda likes, but that's the extent of it. So bam, buy their Christmas present here, why don't ya? So these two games are kinda typical, everybody knows them type games. They were cheap to get, so out of all video games, these make the most sense rotting here. And then there's Mighty Number 9. I mean, why did you go to the dollar store? That's what I thought. It's obvious Mighty Number 9 didn't sell well because it's Mighty Number 9. Angry Birds Star Wars definitely didn't sell well as it was $50 damn at launch. And FIFA 16, I assume there was just a big surplus left over once FIFA 17 came out. Thus, both FIFA and Mighty are going for less than $10 brand new these days. Though Angry Birds Star Wars, we got a 7-cent discount. So out of these three, you're either getting fucked over, or fucked over. For the family on a budget, could I see them getting their money's worth out of these games? Technically, sure, but if you're on a budget, get the hell out of here. If you want a cheap soccer game, honey, walk into a thrift store. For an Angry Birds game, they're free. And then Mighty Number 9, you know, it's not like unbelievably bad, it just has cheap as hell production value and incredibly mediocre design. But if this was your only game as a kid, it would probably suffice. But there are so many other options for gaming on a budget. Dollar stores give you the illusion of a deal when half the time the prices are more expensive there than other places. You just don't notice because you're distracted by the fact you're in a dollar store. Holy fuck. milk. Look at the price on that milk.
But one thing I always remember seeing at Dollar General was the At Games consoles for only $40. This is the Dollar General exclusive edition with baseball included. I know, right?
These plug-and-play systems, my jaw dropped when I saw them here. This was before retro gaming merchandise became as prevalent as it is today, so seeing Intellivision, ColecoVision, hell, Sega Genesis at a store like this was intense. Hey, this thing that you like that nobody's ever heard of? Yeah, here it is for sale in the most general store of them all. These are all done by At Games, Walgreens' maid of honor. They would produce cheap plug-and-play systems based on retro consoles and sell them in stores like this. Stores that don't normally sell games, where the people roaming it would stop and say, hey, I remember that, and blow $40 on this thing they plug in once and never again. The Intellivision Classic Game Console. Like I said, this one proudly proclaims it's the Dollar General exclusive edition coming with baseball. I will give it to them, it's designed pretty similarly to the original, but this one is so much more flimsy. Like, if I crack it over my knee, like what the f? Even the AV cables feel like the person making them had a gun pointed at them. Just cheap and rushed. When you open it up, like, this box should contain eggs, not Intellivision. I mean, what do you expect from a Dollar General console? I don't know, but I don't expect to be spending $40 on a Dollar General console. The Intellivision and Coleco systems are cute. Being more obscure consoles with unique controllers from the late 70s, early 80s makes these some of the better and easier ways to experience these games. As much as it pains me to say, Intellivision games need this controller. But I don't, I swear. Trying to play these on a compilation like Intellivision Lives on the Xbox is putrid. So these little guys have some worth. I don't know what they're doing here, though. You must have the thickest crotch in the world if you're willing to bet an estranged ColecoVision owner is walking into a Dollar General. Like, oh, I remember this! Well, nobody remembers you. The Sega Genesis Classic Game Console makes a lot more sense. This is one of the most iconic retro systems out there. It was also $40, which I think just made these absolutely hilarious. Oh yeah, this one has dozens upon dozens of games like Sonic the Hedgehog and Mortal Kombat. Baseball. This At Game Sega Genesis console isn't good, but it isn't great either. Alright, I do think this thing always got a bit too much hate. People will criticize how the emulation is off and the sound stinks. Half the games are literally just no-name whatever things that are like electronic versions of games you get on the back of cereal boxes. But this wasn't meant for people like us who notice or care about this. I've seen numerous people buy stuff like, oh, this Pac-Man plug-and-play game console and go, this reeks, the emulation smells bad. Also consider the fact these products are made for 50-year-olds who wouldn't notice if you stabbed them while playing this game, let alone the sound being pitched slightly up. I don't want to defend the poor quality, but the fact is, any of us who are complaining about these systems already have far better methods of playing these games. The target audience for these things would never notice or even care. But to be fair, this thing is jam-packed with Genesis games, even including the Mortal Kombats, which is a really nice touch. The games play okay, they aren't amazing here, but for the amount of titles you get for a $40 impulse buy at the dollar store, this ain't the worst thing out there. I always found it really cool it accepts original Genesis cartridges, especially considering it made it 100% correct to say, I bought a Sega Genesis from Dollar General. The quality of this was never great, but it does the bare minimum. I think $40 is too much, but for $20, I think that's fair. It's an incredibly mediocre product, but does have some worth.
Yeah. This is a Dollar General video game haul. I can't say that you wouldn't get time out of these purchases, but keep in mind, this all cost me over $150, which is why let's move straight on over to the gaming-related products at Dollar General. They have various hardcore gaming products for the aspiring gamer. Who the hell wants to be a gamer? Just do it. That's like saying, oh, I want to be unemployed. Outside of buying Halo and Call of Duty related toys, Doritos with a Call of Duty promotion, and gamer gear, there's not much else we can really do at Dollar General video game wise. Family Dollar, anyone?
The box is here. They can't be far. You know, the more I go into Family Dollars, the more I question my motives. They did sell video games here. I know they did. I saw them selling nothing but 20 copies of Disney Infinity 3.0 game only for Wii U. That doesn't work! Not only are you playing with fire selling Wii U games in 2021, but you have the crotch to sell a game that doesn't work without accessories and nothing but that? Well, Five Below fares a bit better here. They almost always have a video game section. Like, what do you call that? Jackpot. Five Below similarly has the video games that wouldn't sell elsewhere. Currently the selection is Starlink, Battle for Atlas for PS4, Darksiders 2 for Xbox 360, and FIFA 20 and Elder Scrolls Online for Xbox One, all at $5 a pop. Son of a bitch. Now, Starlink is another Toys to Life game like Disney Infinity, though I think it makes more sense here considering the game can be played without the toys, much like how Guitar Hero can be played without the guitar. That doesn't mean it's worth much on its own. Darksiders 2 for Xbox 360? Like I have biting analysis for why this is here. You know, I frequent this Five Below and they always have Darksiders 2. They used to have Birthday Party Bash on Wii and Darksiders 2. Now they just have Darksiders 2. Well, we know it's more in demand now. FIFA 20, okay, how is 25 here and 1610 there? Then finally, Elder Scrolls Online. They give this away in Happy Meals at this point. Most online-only games are like this. They plummet in value, especially when new versions and expansions come out. I know Battleborn was a hot ticket item at Five Below. Now it's unplayable. And I bet some Five Belows are still selling it. But hey, there was a time a few years back where Nintendo games made their way over here. Yeah, never priced my games below $2 grand Nintendo. They never price drop, which made these games popping up here absolutely shocking. I saw Yokai Watch, Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes, all here $5 a piece. And then 10 copies of Star Fox Zero because 11 was too much. And hey, say what you will about these games. Okay, I hate Star Fox Zero, but for $5, brand new copies, that's a steal. And I mean, I've seen Guitar Hero Live and Skylanders Imaginators on Wii U here for $5 a pop, brand new in the original box. Animal Crossing Amiibo, same price. There can be some actually good deals here. Just don't quit your day job waiting for them.
So what was the point of this? Well, I always found it interesting to see how stores like these treat video games. As a kid, I always found it incredibly exciting to see video games at a store that didn't usually sell stuff like that. Going to GameStop was a luxury back then. I only really went when my parents were going to a different store that was nearby GameStop. So to see these products, as lame as they are, at stores that I went to more frequently, there's this really neat feeling about it that is really hard to describe. However, it's obvious dollar stores are more interested in selling prepaid phones than Nintendo Switch games. Okay. Though you can still get video game related merchandise at these stores. Like Five Below sells a lot of pro gamer gear. Dollar Tree, they sold a Fortnite sticker album. No stickers included. What else did they sell me? Authentic casino played cards, pills, and Donald Duck lemonade. There's something always fun about seeing what these stores deem as sellable. But let's disregard dollar stores for a bit. Let's talk discount pharmacies. You ever go to Rite Aid? Oh, you could always find video games at Rite Aid. And I found some local. So first up, we have Dance Sensation on Wii for $19.99. Puss in Boots on Wii for $19.99. Build-A-Bear Workshop Friendship Valley for $19.99. Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings on Nintendo DS for $19.99. And Bakugan Battle Brawlers on Wii for $14.99. Good discount. Altogether with tax, this cost me roughly over $100 at Rite Aid. And I found all these video games brand new sealed on eBay for $46. I'll stick to FIFA.